Alright, case study continuation. So this is the pound USD that we've been following up for several days already. Okay, so on the previous video, talked about a few different exit points, and TP1 was hit. TP1 was the previous one that was around this region, 125.50-ish, if I recall correct, and beyond that, I was actually thinking of like what they call a bat formation. Um, with typically one triangle over here and another triangle over here. So I was expecting something slightly lower, around the 127, but now it has broken all the way down to here. There was something that I didn't like when it was at around 127. I felt that there was something missing on the divergence, but now the divergence on the H1 looks really good. The divergence had always been setting up on the M30, so this is the, oopsie, this is the, okay, there's a lot of divergence setting up, so ultimately we just need like a bottom link between like this bit and that bit, and we're basically all set for a very strong one, and at this point we already have that. So the next move will be very, very strong. Okay, the initial target that we have, well, I think like again the strategy would be simple, like 126.20, either a market or a limit buy depending on the time you're watching this video. 126 as another limit if it does get there. And then again, leverage, use minimal leverage, and that would actually enable you to do this. And let's say if even from last Friday you had been in, well, just like simple multiplier, don't even need to be very aggressive, just taking like average of positions, averaging down, and then multiplier of like 1.2 is enough. Okay, so let's say if you have been doing 0.1, so then 0.12 and then 0. And so on and so forth. But otherwise, if you're on a smaller account, or suggest a cent if that's not possible for you to do, like say if 0.01 on a standard account is much for some of you, then suggest a cent. They'll give you more flexibility in your trade sizing. Okay, let's talk about the exit points. At this level, is extremely over protracted, and we also see a Elliott wave sequence already, like first wave here, second wave, third wave. So this is already the third wave. Now we're looking at the corrective, what they call the ABC. So A one move up, B coming down, and C going up again. Let me just try and doodle that. So like A, B, C, and then you could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and what not, So hang on, let me just do away with that line. How do I get rid of that? Just a moment. Crap. Okay, so let's redo that line all over again. I'm expecting a sharp recovery to at least this area. So there are a couple ways of doing this. Like one is to do a limit buy at the bottom, or market buy, depending on when you're watching this video. Or you can also buy it on the way up. So way to buy on the way up is that you could like if you want to do a very low risk, you want to do super short term, you can go in like 126.80 and just write it up to the round number. Okay, so that's another way of doing it, so the round number get out there. Or that's a super conservative, but if you want, I'm pretty confident that this should hold. So of 127.40, that should hold easily, and expect some retrace to happen down before it even goes higher. Then at that point, we would then see around the 127.60 and onward, that's when we can really break out. So at this point I would have to zoom out to the daily, for instance. There's actually quite a lot of stuff happening within just a day. So okay, and if this is the length of the drop, I would think the max that we can ever target, like I always mention, we go for a 50% point, which would be approximately here. So 128.50. That's as much as it goes. I mean, is we can aim for higher. It could possibly, I mean, if we go out higher than that, we'll be looking at the weekly already. And then yes, of course, we could look at the 129.86 over here as well, but it will take considerably more time. So that could happen within, like, a week, 2 week, who knows. But more short term, like I said, 128.50 is the highest you should even try to target, and that's what I assess from the current situation. Okay.